will share why the greatest power we have isn't in perfection or over preparation, but in showing up as our true selves. Her talk, my authenticity is my power, is a reminder that who we are is more than enough. Please welcome Toastmasters.
How many of you have ever given a presentation? Should be everyone in this room. When you presented, were you nervous? Did you spend the night before over preparing, going over everything that you would say, hoping that you would get it right? Ensuring that you had all of your I's dotted and all of your T's crossed. This was my story before I made the conscious decision to stop operating from a place of over-preparing and to start embodying the words I stated instead of just memorizing them. Now, this is a topic that really allows me to become a God, because when I share it, it allows me to understand the evolutionary journey that I'm taking in personal development and in my own personal life. So, my desire is to be a phenomenal speaker. Someone who is able to fully command the attention of any room just with my presence. But you see, in order to become this person, in order for me to become this person, I first had to expand my level of consciousness, step away from lower levels of being, and elevate into a higher frequency of thinking and self-acceptance. Now, over-preparing is not something that we do simply because we want to ensure that we are well-polished. Over-preparing is something you do because of limiting beliefs that we have within our own minds. Limiting beliefs that tell us that we are not enough just the way that we are. Over-preparing doesn't just apply to a speech or a presentation. It can take residence in any and all areas of our lives. Because how we do one thing is how we do everything. When we are super meticulous about the clothes we wear, the words we say, or how polished we come across, we place ourselves in a box and deny the world access to our true authenticity. And our authenticity is one of the highest levels of consciousness that we can operate within. It's our authenticity that allows us to shine in any room. And we not only have the courage, but we solidify the internal belief that we deserve and are entitled to take up space when we operate from who we truly are, as opposed to who society tells us that we should be. It's our authenticity that allows us to walk into any room and know, on a gut level, that every person in the room is our equal. There is no comparison games. You are simply navigating through your reality with the inner knowing that you are enough, just the way that you are. The epidemic of over-preparation has the ability to take more from us than it allows us to gain. For example, when we over-prepare, our words tend to lose the emotional weight that they would naturally have if we were speaking from a place of power. Also, there's the element of presence. Now, this is something that I have been studying for quite some time. And if any of you have heard of Amirica, raise your hand. Yes? So she did this phenomenal TED speech, or TED talk, should I say, about presence. And she also has a book about presence as well. And essentially she says that instead of faking it until you make it, you should embody it until you become it. Embody the person that you want to become. Embody the thoughts that that person has and the way of being that that person would have. Presence is defined as the state of full awareness and engagement in the current moment. When giving a speech or presentation, if we're focusing on getting everything right, the looks on the audience faces, or the odd counter who may consistently ding us, this creates a break in our presence. However, when we are fully engaged in the moment, passionate about the words that we are speaking, and adamant about allowing our true message to shine through, it creates an element of magic. It allows us to naturally acquire a state called flow. When we say the right words and are naturally magnetic because we are operating from high levels of awareness, having released the fear of judgment. Finally, when we have a pattern of over-preparing, the majority of the time it stems from an internal belief that questions our enoughness. At the core of every human being is the desire to feel as if we are enough just the way that we are. So imagine, every time we over-prepare, we are essentially telling ourselves that this deep desire is not true. Now, should we do our research before presenting? Yes. Should we practice? Of course. Should we allow ourselves to feel the lower level emotions of nervousness, fear, or doubt? Absolutely not. Because when we do, we are only punishing ourselves and not allowing our true essence to shine through. So the next time you feel the need to over-prepare, take a step back and allow your true authentic self to shine. And remember, you are enough just the way you are. Thank you.